Hello everybody and welcome aboard this LM33 for a look around her interior to give you an idea of what she's like inside, where things are located, what she comes with, etc. Now, as you can see, I'm standing in the cockpit, of which there is a video elsewhere in the advert, and we're looking through the companionway, which is lovely because you've got this nice wide space to climb in and out of. Both doors open back and stay right out of the way, and we have the washboard here which can locate itself here if you're taking any water over the cockpit, but generally most of the time I think it would be out of the way. But that gives us a really nice and easy companionway to get through, so let's go and have a look, shall we? So the first thing we notice as we get through, we've got two steps, well, a step over over this kind of fixed washboard or dwarf bulkhead, a couple of steps down onto the deck there. We've got very nice flooring throughout, as we have in the cockpit as well. We've got storage under here, access to the bilge, etc, etc. Lots of space on this boat. But we'll turn to our right hand side first and look down at the towards the bottom of the boat, and as you can see, we've got a very nicely located pilot berth here, and it's quite nice and wide. It's kind of 1.5, nice and wide, nice and long. You can see a window up there with an opener to allow light and ventilation through. Then looking forward, you can see that we've got a small kind of a shelf unit. At the moment we've got a flare, some flares and an extinguisher in there, but that will be for your personal bits and pieces. And we've got the main isolators down below there. Access to the bilge underneath, and a really nice thought here, if you're in there and you want a little bit of peace and quiet and privacy, we've got a nice lift up bulkhead there, so you can nestle in there to your heart's content. Very nice. There's an internal view of the companionway, as I mentioned, really nice and easy to get through. One step down here. We've got some cutters here as well, just in case, strategically located. And if I just turn to the starboard side now, starboard aft, we're looking at the helm seat. And I really like this. It's really well thought out because we've got a nice comfortable seat. We've got something to hold on to, whether you're in the seat or whether you're not in the seat. We've got something to put your feet on as well, which doubles up as a nice big stowage. There you go, all sorts of oils and lubricants, and underneath there we've got electronics and the battery charger, etc. So this boat is rammed with storage, and even outboard of there we've got a nice big fiddle shelf there for all your bits and pieces. And after that, we've got the stereo fitted on a shelf there. Very nice indeed. Now, before we go any further, I'll just stop to look through the windows. There we go. Really, really nice high windows all the way around. So great for watch keeping at sea, or great for just a nice view. And very often the stern or the after end of the pilot house is obscured here, but because we've got these big lovely doors and glass here, we can see all the way around. So really good for safety at sea, I think. Right, the helm console itself, nice and wood. As you can see, we've got the wheel here with the autopilot incorporated. On the inboard side of that, we've got a few switches for various bits and pieces. You've got your battery voltage, we've got the bilge pump controls there. Let's have a look under all the covers, shall we? So under here we've got an older Garmin GPS unit. Okay, if it still works, that's a good backup. Tank contents, engine speed and hours, bow thruster, we've got the Volvo EDC starter, etc. The throttle here, and then nestling down here we've got a load of switches, the old electrical panel, and another older Garmin units here, which in this case is an older VHF unit, but looks like it works fine. I think it looks like it's DSS as well. DSC, sorry. Little shelf here for all your pencils and rubbers and dividers, etc. Very, very handy. Then if we look under these covers right in front of your very face, if you're the helm, we've got the depth, we've got the speed, we've got the autopilot, and we've got the wind speed indicator there too. And then above them we've got this really, really lovely Raymarine unit. Very nice touch screen. There we go. Does all sorts of bits and pieces. You can play with that to your heart's content. And again, it's right in front of your eyes. So really nice and easy to see. Very handy. So if I just step back and look up, you can see we've got a grab rail here, which is handy. We also have a grab rail on this side. LM have really thought this boat out, as they do with all of them. They put stowage where they can put stowages. They put little handy grab rails where they can put them, etc, etc. So very nicely done. Now you can see we've got a hatch embedded within the coach roof here, and that does slide out of the way, which is great, so you can have light and air pouring in. Also, I think that will probably give the ability to stand here and poke your head out the top if you want a slightly better view, or maybe if you just want to get a little bit of fresh air. Although while we can steer here, if we want to steer out in the fresh air, obviously we've got the tiller out there, so we've got the best of both worlds. Quite unusual and just really, really nice. Anyway, carrying on forwards, you can see we've got the main saloon down here, so let's take a little look. And again, handhold here, really nice and easy to get down and up. On the starboard side here, we've got a little shelf with a fiddled front that does come down by the looks of it. I believe all the windows on this boat have got some form of blind fitted, so we've got privacy and darkness if we want it. Lovely cupboards, slide open very easily, nice and deep, room for all sorts of bits and pieces in there, as you can see. And the wood on this boat does look, while it does look like it's not new, it looks genuine. It still looks lovely, but it's got this kind of slightly vintage feel, slightly worn feel, but does look in really nice condition to me. Absolutely lovely. Now you can see we have got a nice berth to starboard here, reasonably wide, reasonably long. We have stowage beneath as well, and I think there's some converting that goes on here too. Need to work that out, but generally speaking, a nice space. We've got a lovely flooring down here, good access to the bilge, and we've got a nice big saloon table, excuse me, which has two leaves which open out as such and gives us a lovely great big saloon table and folds away out of the way when we're not using it, which is lovely. Carrying on along the starboard side, again, grab rail all the way along. There's always something to hold on to on this boat, I think. We can see we have chain plates coming through here, really lovely to be able to see and to be able to assess those without dismantling everything. We've got a clock and barometer, we've got stereo speakers down here and up in the cockpit as well, and we've got this lovely wood-lined coach roof, which just really sets it off. Now, it is darker down here because of the dark wood, but it feels cosy, it feels strong, and we have actually got plenty of light coming in through the windows, of which at least I think 2 of them open, possibly more, but it's feeling really, really nice and cozy down here. In fact, I don't think the windows here are open, but to be confirmed. Going forwards, we can see we enter the heads compartment, which generally speaking would be closed behind this door here. So let's give you an idea. So that will generally be hidden away behind there, giving access to the forward cabin. But when we want to use the head, we just close this door here. There we go, and we close this door here. I won't actually do it, but this all closes up and gives you an athwartship's head. Not quite the full athwartship's distance, because we've got a massive hanging locker here, which is great, loads of room in there, but you'll be sitting on the starboard side looking to port and enjoying yourself. We have a little sink in the corner with a shower attachment as well, and some shelves behind there too. Generally speaking, really good headroom, well over 6 feet I should think in here, and generally plenty of room to do what you need to do, and another bar there as well to hang on to in the inclement weather. Brilliant. Okay, let's have a look at the forward cabin then. So just open the door and close the head off. There we go, and you've got a nice sized V berth, plenty of room, nice and long, plenty of width as well. We've got the infill here as well, which gives us a full double. And if you just look underneath, you can see we've got access to the bilge and more storage underneath. Then that would be the battery to the bow thruster on the right hand side there. 2 40-volt sockets on this boat, which is good on any boat to allow those kids to charge up their phones, etc. And in here, they've even given us handles in here. So if you're lying in bed being thrown around, you can hold on to your heart's content. No worries at all. Nice, useful shelves on the outboard side. We've got reading lights as well. The inside of the hull is coated with this sort of grey carpet stuff, and it just looks very nice. This boat smells really, really lovely and clean, and is a nice place to be. The upholstery looks nice, and it is all rather attractive. If you just look forward, we can just see the motor there for the wind that's just poking through. Very nice indeed. It is a nice forward cabin, and with this door shut and the door to the forward cabin shut, you've actually got quite a lot of room, although you may have the head in there with you. So looking aft now from the forward cabin, so we go through the head compartment and we'll look on the port side, which is pretty much a mirror of the starboard side. I think we've got a nice berth here with storage underneath and some conversion option here as well, which I need to work out shortly. We've got the grab rails along here. We've got the windows letting light air in. Nice big shelf behind there as well. And generally speaking, a nice place to sit and enjoy yourself at the end of a hard day's sailing. More sockets down here, very nice to see. And that completes the lower saloon really. So what we're going to do is just hop up into the galley and the wheelhouse area and finish off the tour with the galley. But before we do that, we can see we've got a nice fridge nestling in there, nice and easy for everyone to get at, whether you're in the cockpit, the helm, or down below, or working in the galley even. And once we're up here, we can see we've got, well, all of a sudden we've got tons of light in here, so that's great for cooking. So we've got lots and lots of chopping space here on top of the work surfaces, and under here if we lift this one up, we can see we've got a nice sink unit, so that latches up out of the way. There we have the tap, lovely job. And if I just move the kettle over slightly, we can see that we've got a 2-burner hob underneath, very nice, waiting to be used. So really nice because it's up here, it's out of the way, it's light, you can see what you're doing. You need to be careful as you're coming through the companionway if somebody's cooking here, and obviously if somebody's standing here cooking, that does have an effect on the thoroughfare through here, but I don't think that would matter too much between friends at all. We do have some stowage here. I can't get that. Oh, there we go, that's your cutlery, etc. More stowage here, and it looks like a little bit of a pot and pan stowage underneath this lot here, I think. So really rather good. Finished off by a nice fiddle shelf on top. So this has been Tim, just taking you for a quick look around the interior of this LM33. Hope you've enjoyed the tour and you've got a really good idea as to what this boat is all about. If you'd like any more information, just go to boatshedbrighton.com for lots more pictures, videos and virtual reality. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day.